What we needed through WP for KU was to find a mechanism that would provide the university, and more specifically KU Endowment, with women who have had volunteer leadership roles at KU. We at KU Endowment, in identifying new prospective trustees, we could always identify women who had great professional credentials, but then what was unfortunate is we didn't have that many who had had strong leadership roles at KU through advisory boards at the various schools. And so we thought what we needed to do is create an organization where women could become engaged in the university more broadly. That experience would then provide them opportunities to serve on advisory boards at the schools and units. And then coming out of that, we would have many more women who have had volunteer leadership roles at KU, and they could be trustees of KU Endowment. And that's been very successful.
Sometimes people would ask me, what is WP for KU? Basically, I said there's three things. One, to educate women on their power in philanthropy. So I think part of that was then empowering us. Second was to learn about KU, learn about all the great programs. We would go to the new pharmacy building. We went to the new brain imaging center. And then the third was basically then understanding women's leadership.
Probably WP for KU gets some of its roots in what Emily Taylor did, because she was not going to let you forget that you could do whatever you wanted to do, and you, by golly, better get prepared for it. She made me go to law school. I wouldn't have gone to law school. She made me. My parents were unhappy. I had a pen mate that the thought I dropped off the face of the earth. And she did that, not just me, with lots of people.
We're so excited to have had the opportunity to partner with Women Philanthropists for KU. We had just finished our remodeling of this hall, which dated back to 1957, and we were able to do that capital campaign, and we got finished, and we realized we didn't have chairs for the performers. And through the Launch KU campaign, and WP for KU came to our rescue and helped us finish off our wonderful remodeling project. We see the things that they do for so many people across campus and are so very grateful that they chose to help us as well.
My favorite memory was in April when we went to the Health Education Building at KU Med Center. I found it fascinating to learn about all that's being done in Alzheimer's research and the Alzheimer's Disease Center and what they're doing with their research for prevention, how they're providing that to our community through the LEAP program.
One of the very first programs that they had was Claire Gaudier, and she was talking about her book, The Greater Good. And she described that in life there are people that will be at the top of the elevator, and they would send the elevator down to you and bring you up in that elevator. And she said, and don't forget to send the elevator back. The Elevator Fund was designed so that we who had done well in our lives could send the elevator back to somebody who just needed a little lift. There was never an expectation that they would pay it back. There was only the expectation that when they arrived at whatever floor they were rising to, that they would pay it forward.
One of the things that I have valued most about WP for KU is that it brings together women from very different age groups. Now, I am on the older end of that by now, and Sally Hoagland and I always kind of teased each other when we started WP for KU, because we said, oh, we are the old ones. But what has happened has been just so rewarding that we have attracted women from a whole variety of age groups, geographic populations, all over the world, really. And so what happens is, for those of us who are in the older category, we're able to learn from some of these younger women who are on the cutting edge of technological issues, some of them in very highly scientific fields, others in research in areas that didn't even exist when we came to KU. So it's a way of bridging the generations.
And it's a chance to educate women about philanthropy, particularly young women.
I would like to thank all the women that started WP for KU, because it gave women a chance to continue to grow their philanthropy and learn about all that KU has to offer, as well as provide a welcoming environment after college.
I think one of the great things about WP for KU is that when we look back over 15 years, we started with an objective and it served to meet that objective. But then over time, we've added additional programming elements, and it evolves and it changes over time, and that will continue on to the future, because I think this is an organization that's dynamic, it's responsive to the members' desires, the needs at the university, and I think that's one of the great things, is that it's not just the same organization as we had 15 years ago. That was good, but it's improved upon itself ever since.